It's 8:03 p.m. on a Saturday, the 2nd of February 2013, when Sheriff Chris Hewitt of the Calaveras County, California Sheriff's Department arrives on scene at Philip Marshall's home at Sandalwood Drive in the Gated Meadows community. The department was called to investigate Marshall's home on a welfare check by an anonymous phone call. Upon arrival at the scene, the sheriff in Marshall's home discovered a grisly scene. Upon entry, they found 3 bodies lying in different rooms of the home, as if the people tried to escape by running away, but they hadn't made it. The 2 children, Alex, 17, and Michaela, 14, were found sprawled on the ground in different positions. Both children attended Bret Harte High School in Angels Camp. Both were well known in the neighborhood and well liked. Marshall's son, Alex, was on the football team at his local high school. His daughter, Michaela, was enjoying her first year at the high school. The body of Philip Marshall, age 54, was found in the entrance hall of his home. Beside him lay his gun, the one that supposedly had fired the shots that killed his children. On the grass and garden outside lay the family dog, also shot. All members involved were hit by a single gunshot to the head. The sheriff was presented with a mysterious massacre, to whom there were only 2 explanations. A father, for whatever reason, had killed his own children, the dog, and then took his own life, or someone, coming from the outside, had killed all the members of the family one by one, including the dog, for unknown reasons. Reasons we will get to it later on. The first explanation, however, seemed simpler in any case and immediately closed the case. The other, however, involved a long and complicated investigation made even more difficult, but not even having a foothold from which to start. Another more perplexing aspect of the case is that Philip Marshall shot himself in the left temple. However, Philip Marshall was right-handed, and held the gun upside down while doing so. Another interesting aspect about the case is that the dog had been killed as well. Why kill the dog? Unfortunately, Sheriff Hewitt seemed to choose the first option for handling the case, so the Calaveras County Police decided to dismiss that uncomfortable case of the family massacre as double homicide and suicide. Perhaps the sheriff wanted a swift end to the case. Perhaps he was coerced into closing the case so swiftly. We do not know these things. However, what we do know is Philip Marshall's deep background with uncovering secret government operations, specifically those related to the events that unfolded on September 11, 2001. Philip Marshall was a profound writer and experienced pilot, writing such books as Lakefront Airport, False Flag 9/11, and The Big Bamboozle, a 2012 publication in which Marshall theorized it wasn't Al-Qaeda but rather U.S. and Saudi government officials who orchestrated 9/11. Marshall, a veteran airline captain and former government special activities contract pilot, beginning with his role in the 1980s as a Learjet captain, first as part of a Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA) sting on Pablo Escobar, and later in the covert arming of the Nicaraguan Contras. Marshall has studied and written 30 years' worth of covert government special activities and the revolving door of Wall Street tricksters, media moguls, and their well-funded politicians. Marshall, quote, is the leading aviation expert on the September 11th attack. It is theorized that Marshall was killed in a Black Ops hit for disclosing these aforementioned secrets in his book. His 4th book was supposed to disclose more information. From Marshall being right-handed and shooting himself in the left temple, to none of the neighbors hearing the gunshots even though they were roughly 25 yards from the house. One of the doors in Marshall's house was wide open and had no prints on it whatsoever. An unauthorized cleanup of the scene by a black SUV with California state plates on it. All of the evidence points to some clandestine work being done in some form. The arguments against the theory are as follows: that Marshall had been having issues within his family and with his wife, who had been abroad for business during this ordeal. Most of this evidence used to defeat these theories, however, is unsubstantiated. During the time of writing his 4th book, Marshall had also claimed he feared for his life. Had the fear gotten to him and he snapped? Or had his ties with the CIA come back to haunt him? Similar cases to that of Philip Marshall have happened to others who have come forth with information detailing secrets. As you will see, these are not an uncommon occurrence and happen quite frequently with very little information or investigation, which is why I have so little facts and details on the death of Philip Marshall and his children. You make your decision on what happened. Here are cases similar to Marshall's. Joan Rivers dies at 81. Rivers stopped breathing during a surgical procedure on her vocal cords. Revealed that Michelle Obama is transgender. Tommy Bryant, lead sheriff in Chris Kyle murder investigation, found dead inside Erath County home. Aaron Swartz, 26-year-old genius, computer prodigy, co-creator of RSS and Reddit, commits suicide after Obama DOJ harassment. Jessica Upshaw, Mississippi State Rep. Found dead Sunday of an apparent suicide. Ardent opponent of Agenda 21. Chaired a committee that stops Agenda 21 legislation in committee. John Wheeler. Former presidential and Pentagon aide John Wheeler III was found in a Delaware garbage dump. Victoria Windsor, blogger, researcher into ancestry, reported that she had found evidence that the records of Madeline Payne Dunham and Stanley Armour Dunham had been tampered with. Cause of death not yet revealed. Said to have died from a sudden illness. Mikhail Lezin, a close ally of the Kremlin and the man credited with inspiring the creation of Russia Today, was found dead on an upper floor in the hotel. Colonel Stefan Spoetel, German anti-ISIS coalition chief, found dead in Iraq hotel, same day U.S. anti-ISIS general resigns. Gareth Williams, the MI6 spy, found dead in a hold-all bag, had illegally hacked into secret data on Bill Clinton. FBI Special Agents Christopher Lorick and Stephen Shaw, two FBI agents involved in Dzhokhar Tsarnaev's arrest, fall out of helicopter and die. Ibrahim Tadash, feds, man shot after attacking agent, was being questioned about Boston bombing suspects and 2011 triple murder. Major William Podzorski, Sandy Hook lead investigator, dies suddenly at age 49. Connecticut State Police Major William Podzorski dies after brief illness. Loretta Fuddy, Hawaii Health Director Loretta Fuddy dies in small plane crash. Fuddy was at the center of controversy in the birth certificate controversy, as she was the person who reportedly granted an exception to Barack Obama, allegedly witnessing the copying of Obama's birth certificate and attested to its authenticity. Michael Cormier, respected forensic technician for the Los Angeles County Coroner, died under suspicious circumstances at his North Hollywood home April 20. The same day Andrew Breitbart's cause of death was finally made public. Medical examiners in Los Angeles are investigating the possible poisoning death. Bill Gladney, a close friend of Bill and Hillary Clinton and a Clinton superdelegate at an upcoming convention in Denver, and was fatally shot in 2008. Lieutenant Quarles Harris Jr., a key witness in a federal probe into passport information stolen from the State Department, was fatally shot in front of a district church. Obama's passport breach, unanswered questions, and an unsolved murder. Harris worked for a security firm run by John Brennan, later confirmed to head CIA. Michael Hastings, Rolling Stone journalist, author, believed to be dead in Hollywood crash. Known for his interview with General Stanley McChrystal. Stephanie Tubbs Jones, found brain dead in 2008. Democratic Representative Stephanie Tubbs Jones of Cleveland, a superdelegate and one of Hillary Clinton's most prominent black supporters, was found in her car unconscious. Christopher Kelly, committed suicide, under pressure to testify against former Governor Rod Blagojevich. Chris Kyle, author of American Sniper Among the Dead at Rough Creek, former Navy SEAL and American Sniper author Chris Kyle reportedly killed at DX Lodge, deadliest sniper in U.S. military history, is shot and killed point-blank by veteran suffering from PTSD at Texas gun range. Albert Peterson, wealthy defense contractor, commits suicide, kills family, man kills his entire family, feared Obama would get re-elected. Rafael Prieto, Secret Service apparent suicide under investigation, D.C. Police are investigating the apparent suicide of a U.S. Secret Service supervisory agent assigned to President Obama's security detail. Was under investigation for going to prostitutes. Secret Service agent kills self-image affair probe. Keith Ratliff was well known for a series of videos he produced on YouTube, known as FPS Russia, in which various high-powered firearms were demonstrated. Found with a single shot in the head. Seth Conrad Rich, DNC staffer, Democratic National Committee staffer, killed in Washington, D.C. shooting. WikiLeaks offers $20,000 reward for information on murder of DNC staffer Seth Rich. Judge John McCarthy Roll was the chief judge for the United States District Court for the District of Arizona, murdered by the same gunman attacking Gabrielle Giffords. Justice Antonin Scalia, Supreme Court Justice Scalia dies. Obama thrilled over Justice Scalia's death. Ranch owner recalls finding Justice Antonin Scalia's body. Cibolo Creek ranch owner recalls Scalia's last hours in Texas. We discovered the judge in bed, a pillow over his head. His bedclothes were unwrinkled, said Poindexter. The death of Antonin Scalia, chaos, confusion and conflicting reports. Presidio County Judge Cinderella Guevara, a Democrat, acknowledged that she pronounced Scalia dead by phone, without seeing his body. SEAL Team 6, helicopter shot down. More than 20 Navy SEALs from the unit that killed Osama bin Laden die in helicopter crash. Father of fallen SEAL begs for military officer to tell the truth about criminal rules of engagement. Matt Simmons, an investment banker and whistleblower in the British petroleum oil spill, died suddenly at home of a heart attack at the age of 67. Holia Sutara Sabah, aka Leah Sutara, Obama's adopted sister, died under mysterious, sudden, and unusual circumstances just as she was getting ready to be reunited with her childhood companion and adopted brother. She spoke of many specific incidences in the household, where she grew up with Barry in Indonesia. Madeleine Payne Dunham, Obama's grandmother, died 2 days before the general election. Flew up to see her for 1 hour, alone. No records. Cremated immediately, ashes dispersed. Donald Young, openly gay friend of Obama's, murdered at Trinity Church in Chicago, key witness in Obama passport fraud case. Bing Liu, Chinese-born professor, dies in U.S. murder-suicide, on verge of significant coronavirus findings towards understanding the cellular mechanisms of COVID-19 infection. Brandy Vaughn, former sales executive for the pharmaceutical company Merck, died of unknown causes. Founded website dedicated to educating people on the risks associated with vaccines. 1 year before her death, she made a Facebook post saying she was perfectly healthy, not on any medication, and has never felt suicidal. Alexander Koginski, working on a COVID-19 vaccine before being stabbed and thrown out of a window. John Magufuli, Tanzanian president who was an avid coronavirus skeptic, died of coronavirus. Pai Sonwin-Mwang, driver of a World Health Organization vehicle carrying coronavirus test samples, who came under attack, leaving him dead and a government official seriously injured. Frank Plummer, Canadian scientist key to coronavirus investigation, assassinated in Africa. Esther Salas, Epstein judge, son shot to death, husband wounded. The shooter, lawyer Ron Den Hollander, found dead, suicide. David Crowley, creator of the movie The Grey State, a film about rising up against a tyrannical government. Dead in a double homicide-suicide. The list goes on. Maybe it's a coincidence, but it's definitely an /x/file.